Is it really possible to turn your online course into a 6 or even 7-figure business without launching ever? Let's get into it. Today, I want to talk about one of the most important keys when it comes to scaling your business: choice. The reality is that everywhere we turn, we are given messages that there is only one right way to do something. You must launch your online course 3 times a year in order to scale. You must offer a full product suite of at least 3 different courses in order to scale. You must offer a high ticket offer in combination with your online course in order to scale. None of that is true. If there is one thing that I want you to walk away with at the end of this episode, it's that you get to decide what you do or don't do in your business. There is more than one path to the same outcome. It's your decision to make if you want to stop launching your course and move to a more sustainable model that gives you more revenue, more time freedom, and helps you build real momentum when it comes to growing your audience. My clients and I are living proof that it is 100% possible to turn your online course, just one online course, into a 6 or even 7-figure business without launching. But it's not easy. It's not easy having the courage to turn off well-meaning advice from internet marketing experts that are trying to constantly tell you that there is only one right way to do something, and it's their way or the highway. Friends, I have news for you. There is no right way to scale your online course business. There is only a right for you way. And that may change depending on what season you are in your life. We are all different. We all have different goals, different life circumstances, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know you better than you know yourself. Today, I'm going to share with you 4 signs that are likely indicators that you are ready to stop launching and start scaling. But you're the only one who will know for sure. By the end of this episode, I want you to have a clear next step. There is nothing worse than being stuck in indecision. That next step may be to learn a little bit more about the specific method that we teach our clients, all about how to turn their course into a profitable 6 or 7-figure business. Or you may be willing to just scrap your next launch and throw it in the trash can and book your call with one of our scale specialists so that you can enroll today. On that call, you'll have the opportunity to meet with one of our scale specialists where they can really get to know a little bit more about the specific challenges that you are experiencing in your business right now. And they'll be able to let you know if we're even in a position to help. It feels so good to take action. So as you are listening to me share these 4 signs that it's the right time for you to stop launching and start scaling, I want you to really consider whether you are running your business based on what you want to do, or if you have been doing things just because that's what everyone else is telling you to do. There is more than one way to get to your desired destination. There is always a choice. Here are 4 signs that you may have outgrown launching and you're ready for something new. Sign number 1, you're not meeting your revenue goals. Have you ever heard of that phrase, what got you here won't get you there? It can be so incredibly frustrating when you have a great product, but you are struggling to get it in the hands of the right people. When you are selling your expertise, you know that the money you make is a direct reflection of the number of people whose lives you can impact. I know your free content is incredible, but you and I both know that the real transformation happens in the transaction. That moment when your prospect decides that they are committed to solving their problems and they've chosen you as the person to help guide them to where they want to go. Whether you're stuck at $5K per month and trying to get to $10K per month, or if you're stuck at $20K per month and you're trying to get to $100K per month, it is incredibly frustrating. Feeling trapped and maybe a little bit confused about why launching isn't working for you anymore is the pits. In your panic to make sense of things, Maybe you've started thinking that the price of your online course is too high. Or maybe you're thinking that there are no more people left on planet Earth who are interested in the problem that you can solve. Or worst of all, you might be thinking to yourself that for whatever reason, having a 6 or 7 figure income is just not meant for you. You're not the only one. I felt the exact same way, and I know just how painful it can be when you see others around you celebrating their success and you can't help but think, why not me? Well, why not you? Launching is neither good nor bad, but one thing's for sure, it's not right for everyone. Growing my business from the ground up with a young daughter was one of the hardest things that I've ever had to do. And hearing advice from people who seem to have all the time in the world to launch and launch and launch didn't make things better. I thought something was wrong with me, that I wasn't working hard enough, that I wasn't working fast enough. And deep down, I was terrified that maybe I just wasn't smart enough. I completely understand that launching is right for some people, but it wasn't right for me. And it wasn't until I stopped launching that I was finally able to blow past all of my revenue goals. My launches were lucrative, but they were incredibly stressful, and they didn't align with the life I wanted to lead or the mother and wife that I wanted to be. Which takes me to sign number 2. Sign number 2 that you're ready to stop launching and start scaling, you have no time freedom. The reason I started my business is because I really valued my time freedom. But the launch model left me feeling like I had zero time. I was either launch prepping, which typically started 6 months before the launch, as I mapped out and created all of the launch content that I need to deliver during the launch runway, which was typically the 4 weeks preceding the launch. Then during the launch, which was typically a 2-week period, and then I had to prepare all of the materials to be delivered post-launch. Then the whole process would immediately start all over again. Worst of all, sometimes my launch would be scheduled to happen and circumstances outside of my control would limit the effectiveness of that launch. But I had to wait a whole other 6 months before I did it again. This caused so much financial strain and stress. I remember after one particularly terrible launch, I had to schedule a bunch of last-minute joint live webinars over the next 6 months, on top of all of the launch prep that I was actively doing just to make ends meet. I was barely paying myself. Nobody talks about the mental toll that launching takes on companies with really tiny teams. It's just not realistic for most of us. Once I made the decision to stop launching, I was definitely a little scared, but I was also excited. Most of my friends were still launching and they thought I was a little wild for doing something different, but I did it anyway. I didn't have a big team and I didn't need one. It was me and a VA that I contracted for a few hours a week. I made a plan and got to work. That year, my annual income went from $200K to $1 million. It was absolutely wild. The money was coming in while it didn't happen right away. Eventually, I was able to have money coming in every single day as my sales engine was consistently and predictably turning complete strangers into customers. I had to reformat my course delivery to ensure that all of my students had a great experience. You may be surprised to know that my students ended up actually having a better experience after I stopped launching and put them into an ongoing enrollment experience. Maybe they had a better experience because I felt more happy and free. I had regular office hours for my student community and hosted regularly scheduled live group calls. People were happy and the delivery was simple. While it did take a lot of time and focused attention up front, eventually I was able to create a business where I was freed from the launch cycle and had more time to spend doing what I loved the most, connecting with my friends, my family, and my community, all without the stress of an upcoming launch. Sign number 3 that you might be ready to stop launching and start scaling is that your audience isn't growing. Do you still feel like your industry's best kept secret? It used to drive me crazy when someone would make a post on Facebook and they would be asking for referrals for a social media expert, and every name under the sun would be mentioned in the comments of that post except for mine. I was constantly comparing myself to others and wondering what they had that I didn't. One of the most unexpected gifts that I received after I made the decision to stop launching and start scaling was momentum. I wasn't on a never-ending roller coaster of starting and stopping promotions. It didn't happen overnight, but over time, more and more people began to associate my name with my area of expertise. I got more interview requests, more partnership requests, and I started to be that person that was mentioned on those Facebook threads. Has that ever happened to you? It feels great to be recognized for your work. My business was scaling, my audience was growing, and because I had revenue coming in month after month, I was able to grow my team. My business was scaling, my audience was growing, and because I had money coming in month after month, I was able to reinvest those funds back into my business for continued growth, which brought even more attention and opportunities to me. I remember when I was launching all the time, I was too burned out to take interview requests. Finally, I had the opportunity to not just take more interview requests, but to actually enjoy doing them. Even though my business has generated over $10 million since I made the decision to stop launching, I still feel like a complete beginner. And I don't ever want that to change. I want to keep learning, to keep setting new goals, and to keep moving forward. Staying in that beginner mindset, being curious, and being open to new perspectives is what makes scaling so fun. Staying in that beginner mindset, being curious, being open to new perspectives is what makes scaling so fun. And for me, all of that really began to happen once I was able to build some momentum with my audience growth. If you have a desire to meet bigger revenue goals, to enjoy more time freedom, and to really become a leader in your niche, then letting go of launching and stepping into something new may be exactly what you need to do. As promised, I'm leaving you with a choice. Choice number 1, sign up for my free masterclass and learn more about the specific methodology that we teach our clients. Or choice number 2, sign up for a free call with one of our scale specialists so that they can get to know a little bit more about you and the current challenges that you are experiencing. They'll be able to let you know if we're a match. The choice is yours. So go ahead and click the link around this video and take the next step.